Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. In this video, I will be discussing question 5 of exercise 6.1 given in page number 129 of chapter 6, measuring space, perimeter and area. Question is, find the perimeter of the following shapes, taking the arcs to be quarter or half or 3/4 of a circle as appropriate. It is given as in figures. So let us take the first one. The first one is here a shape is given. So let us take the first question. So in this shape we can see that this is the diameter of this semicircle, and this is the diameter of this semicircle. Here it is a straight length and here also the straight length. So we need to find out the perimeter of the shape. So I will be writing perimeter of shape. So I will consider as length L1 plus length L2 plus semicircle length S1 plus semicircle length S2. Here I will consider as length L1 and here it is length L2, semicircle 1 and semicircle 2. This both semicircle is having the diameter as 60 meter. So as for this diameter, the radius of circle will be 60 upon 2, that is 30 meter. Length L1 is given as 80 meter. Length L2 is also given as 80 meter. If I add all these three lengths, I can have the perimeter of the shape. Now these two lengths I can measure it down. So 80 plus 80, 160 meter, plus if I add this semicircle length from the here and here, both are having the same diameter, so it will be considered as one circle. So one circle perimeter is given as 2 pi r. Now 160 meter plus 2 multiply with pi value is taken as 22/7, and here the radius of circle we have just found as 30 meter. So now it will be how much? It will be 160 meter plus 44 multiply with 30 upon 7 meter. So it will be 160 meter plus, so I have to multiply 44 with 30. It will be 1320 meter divided by 7. I will divide and I will add, so it will be 348.57 meter. So this will be the perimeter of the shape which is given in first part of the question. Let us move to the second part now. Here we need to solve the second part. Here is the shape. You can see two semicircles are there. One is the inner one and one is the outer semicircle. Then the width between these two semicircles, here it is, and the second width is here. So here it is the width 1 and width 2, the inner semicircle S1 and outer semicircle S2. I have to measure the length and I have to add this. So here the perimeter of shape we can find by adding these lengths. So width 1 plus width 2 plus the arc length, or you can say the semicircle length, S1 plus S2. This semicircle 1 is having diameter as 8 centimeter. As per this diameter, the radius will be 8 upon 2, that is 4 centimeter. For semicircle length, we need to find for S2. So where the diameter is given as 12 centimeter, so the radius will be 12 upon 2, that is 6 centimeter. Now what will be the width of W1 and W2? As we can see that in this figure, the total complete length is 12 for the which is the diameter of the outer circle, that is S2, and the inner distance between this point is 8, which is the diameter of inner circle. If I subtract this 12 centimeter minus 8 centimeter, it will be 4 centimeter. This 4 centimeter will be divided in two equal parts, the width 1 and width 2. So width 1 will be 2 centimeter and width 2 will be your 2 centimeter. So it is 4 centimeter. So width 1 we have found as 2 centimeter and width 2 we have found as 2 centimeter. Now we will find the length of these S1 and S2, that is by the formula. So we can just see here 2 plus 2, it is 4 centimeter for this width 1 and width 2, plus S1. S1 is semicircle. We need to find here semicircle is what, length is 2 pi r upon 2, cancel out, it is pi r, plus 2 pi r upon 2 to get cancelled, but here the radius is 4, here the radius is 6. Now here it is 4 centimeter plus pi multiply with r is 4 centimeter, plus pi multiply with r is 6 centimeter. So 4 pi plus 6 pi, it is 10 pi, 10 pi centimeter plus 4 centimeter. Now it will be 4 centimeter plus 10 multiply with 22 by 7 centimeter. It is 220 divided by 7 plus 4 centimeter. If I solve this one, I will get it down as 35.43 centimeter. So that will be the perimeter of the given shape. After solving this second part of the question, let's move to the third part. Here we have the third part of the question. The figure is shown here. Now we can see this figure where the shape is forming in this way, where I am making a black mark. The shape is in this way. We have to find the length of this shape and express the perimeter. Now we can see this is the part of a circle. So this is a semicircle, this is a semicircle, and here it is also a semicircle, and here also a semicircle. This is given as the 10 centimeter. Here it is 10 centimeter, here it is 10 centimeter, and here it is 10 centimeter. So the diameter of the circle is given as 10 centimeter. There are 4 semicircles are there. 4 semicircle length we have to find. So 4 multiply with 2 pi r upon 2, that is the semicircle length, and where the radius will be considered as 10 upon 2, that is 5 centimeter. So 2 10 2 get cancelled, it is 4 pi r, 4 multiply with 22 by 7, and radius is given as 5 centimeter. So 4 5 is 20, 20 multiply with 22 divided by 7 centimeter. So 22 2 ja 444, 440 divided by 7 centimeter. Now we just need to divide 440 divided by 7. We can get it down as 62.86 centimeter. So this way we have found the perimeter of this particular shape given as part 3 of the question. Moving to the next part after it, this part 4. In part 4 we need to find this length as we are finding the perimeter. Here you can just see where I'm making a dark black line, that is the perimeter of this shape. In between an equilateral triangle is also there. The length of this triangle side is given as 12 centimeter, which is actually the diameter of each circle. So so here in this shape I can find that we need to find what? Perimeter. So perimeter of shape is divided into three parts. This is the first part, this is a second part, and this is third part. We need to add these lengths. These are all actually the semicircles, and these semicircles are having equal length as they are the part of this equilateral triangle where each diameter is 12 centimeter for all the three circles. So I have to multiply with 3. Now 3 multiply with length of semicircle. Length of semicircle is 2 pi r upon 2. 2 and 2 get cancelled. So 3 pi r. Now r, what is r here? As the diameter of the any one circle is given as 12 centimeter. As per this, the radius will be 12 upon 2, that is 6 centimeter. Now 3 pi multiply with r is 6 centimeter. 6 3 ja 18. Now it is 18 pi centimeter. 18 is multiplied with pi. Pi is 22 upon 7 centimeter. Now 18 multiplied with pi, that is 22 upon 7, we will get as 396 upon 7 centimeter. And if I divide 396 by 7, I will have 56.57 centimeter. So I hope that everyone is able to understand the logic, how to find out the perimeter of the given shapes. So this is how we have come across about part 4 of this question. Let's move on to the next part, that is the fifth one. The fifth part of the question, here the shape of the figure is given. We need to find the perimeter. So this is the one part of the semicircle. This is another part of the semicircle. This is the third part of the semicircle, and this is the fourth part. So 4 semicircles are there. So if I consider to find out the perimeter of the shape, so what I will do, this is the first part of the semicircle, this is the second part of the semicircle, plus this is the third part of the semicircle, and this is the fourth part of the semicircle, plus here this part is the quarter of a circle. 1 second quarter of the circle, 2 third quarter of the circle, and fourth quarter of the circle. So this is what first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. All 4 quarters if I add, I can have a complete circle. If I add these two semicircle, it will be a circle. If I add these two, it will be a circle. Now this particular length is given as 14 centimeter. Here where the semicircles are there, the diameter is given as 14 centimeter. If the diameter is 14, the radius will be 7 centimeter. Here also for these two semicircle part, the diameter of the circle is 14 centimeter, so radius will be 7 centimeter. Now for this, the quarter of the circle, if I just draw the imaginary circle here, it will be somewhat in this way. So it is what, for this circle, the complete circle is formed by the 4 quarters. So for first quarter which I am considering, if I complete the circle, I can find that the 14 centimeter is not the diameter, it is actually the radius of circle. That is what we need to understand in this case. Now this is what one circle, this is what second circle. Both the circles are there and it will be having the same radius. So I can find that the perimeter of that particular circle. So two circles are there. So 2 multiply with 2 pi r. 2 pi r is what? The perimeter of the circle. Complete circle. Because one circle is complete, one circle is complete. There are two circles which are getting completed. So perimeter of one circle is 2 pi r. As there are two circles, so it will be 2 multiplied with 2 pi r. So it is 4 pi r. Plus this is another complete circle. So I will be finding the perimeter of this particular circle, that is 2 pi r. Both are different, are 2 pi r. Now for this first case, it is 4 pi is 4 pi r is what? 7 centimeter, plus 2 multiply with pi multiply with r. R is what? 14 centimeter. 7 4 is 28. It is 28 pi plus 14 2 is 28. It is 28 pi. Now it is 56 pi centimeter. That will be the perimeter of the following shape. So if I solve this one, 56 multiply with 22 upon 7 centimeter. 7 is 7, 7 6 is 42, 7 7 is 49, 7 8 is 56. Now 8 2 is 16, 1 16 70 176 centimeter. So 176 centimeter will be the perimeter of the given shape, that is given in part 5 of the question. So this is how we will solve this particular question. Now moving to next part, that is the sixth part. In the sixth part, you can just see here the shape of the figure is given as this way. This is one semicircle, and this semicircle is having a diameter of 28 centimeter. So I'm just writing here what we need to find. Here we need to find the perimeter of the given shape. So this is one semicircle, and this semicircle is having diameter as 28 centimeter. We need to find the semicircle length. So when the diameter is 28, so I will be writing the radius as 28 upon 2, that is 14 centimeter. Now 1 2 3 4, four smaller semicircles are formed from the downside. 1 2 3 and 4. So I'm just making it 1 2 3 and 4. We need to add these lengths, and when we add this length we can get the shape of the shape perimeter. So this complete diameter, which is 28 centimeter, this 28 centimeter is divided into four parts. First part, second part, third part and fourth part. So I have to just divide 28 by 4. 2 2 ja 4, 2 14 ja, 2 ja 2, 2 7 ja. So I can get 7 centimeter. This 7 centimeter is actually what? The diameter of smaller circle. It is the diameter of smaller circle. For each circle, there are 4 semicircles, so each circle is having a diameter of 7 centimeter. So for this, radius will be 7 by 2, that is 3.5 centimeter. Now what I will do, I will be finding the length of this semicircle. So length of the semicircle is given as 2 pi r divided by 2. 2 and 2 get cancelled. Plus, here are how many semicircles are there? 4 semicircles are there. So 4 multiply with 2 pi r upon 2. 2 and 2 get cancelled. Now pi r, here the r is 14 centimeter. So 14 centimeter plus 4 multiply with pi, and r is given as 3.5 centimeter. So here it is 14 pi plus 4 multiply with pi divided by multiply with 35 upon 10. So 2 2 ja 4, 2 5 ja 10, 5 1 ja 5, 5 7 ja 35, 7 2 ja 14. So here it is 14 pi plus 14 pi. So it becomes 28 pi. 28 pi centimeter. It means that 28 multiply with 22 upon 7, 7 is 7, 7 4 is 28, 4 2 is 8, 4 2 is 8, 88 centimeter will be the perimeter of the given particular shape. So this is how we are able to solve this particular question. Moving further to the next part, that is the seventh part of the question. In the seventh part, you can see the shape. A right angle triangle is shown, and here is the 90-degree angle. So this length is given as, the perpendicular is given as 6 centimeter, and the base value is given as 8 centimeter. What we need to find? We need to find this length the perimeter of the shape, where I'm just making a line, dark black line. This is what the perimeter of the given shape. So this is the first semicircle. What I will write down, I will just write down perimeter of shape. Perimeter of shape will be calculated by finding the length of this semicircle, first one. The second one is this one, and the third one is this one. For this case, the diameter is given as 6 centimeter, so radius will be 3 centimeter. For this case, the diameter of the circle is 8 centimeter, so the radius will be 4 centimeter. Now for this case, I can see the diameter is not given. So diameter is not given means we need to find here. Here, as a right angle triangle is given, it is 8 centimeter and it is 6 centimeter. Here it is 90 degree. So it is right angle triangle A, B and C. When it is right angle triangle, so I can apply Pythagoras theorem. So it is AC square, or you can say x square. So x square is equal to 6 square 36 plus 8 square 64. So x will be equal to root over 100. So x will be equal to 10 centimeter. So we have got this as 10 centimeter. So that will be the diameter of the third circle, which I have considered 10 centimeter. So radius will be 5 centimeter. Now we need to find out these are all semicircles. So semicircle length is 2 pi r upon 2. 2 pi r upon 2. 2 and 2 get cancelled, it is pi r. So pi multiplied with r is 3 centimeter, plus here also 2 pi r upon 2. So 2 and 2 get cancelled. So pi multiplied with 4 centimeter, plus 2 pi r upon 2 multiply with 2 and 2 get cancelled. So it is pi multiply with 5 centimeter. So 5 plus 3 8, 5 6 7 8, 8 plus 4 12. It is 12 pi centimeter. That will be the perimeter of the shape. We need to solve this one. 12 multiplied with pi is 22 upon 7. So 12 multiplied with 22 upon 7, it is 264 divided by 7. If I divide, I will get it as 37.71 centimeter. So that is the perimeter of the given shape. This is for 7th part of the question. Now we have reached to part 8. Let us solve this part 8 also. Part is having such shape. This is what we need to find the perimeter of the shape, where I'm making a dark line. Bigger circle is there and 3 smaller circles are there, or means semicircles are there. Let us I write down perimeter of shape. So this is the length I need to find out, and 3 similar semicircle length we need to find out. So this case where the diameter is given as 4 plus 4 plus 4, that is 12 centimeter. So when it is 12 centimeter, the radius of this semicircle will be 6 centimeter. For here the case, the diameter of each circle is given as 4 centimeter. So radius will be 2 centimeter. Now we need to find out the semicircle length. So it is given as 2 pi r divided by 2 plus 2 pi r divided by 2 multiply with 3, because there are 3 semicircles. 2 and 2 get cancelled, 2 and 2 get cancelled. It is pi r. Where is r? R is 6 centimeter, plus pi r. What is r? R is 2 centimeter. Multiply with 3. So 6 pi plus 3 to a 6, 6 pi. Now it is 12 pi centimeter. That will be the perimeter of the shape. Now 12 multiply with pi, 22 upon 7. So 12 multiply with 22 upon 7, it will be 264 divided by 7, and 264 when I divide by 7, it is 37.71 centimeter. So this is how we need to handle the question. Finally we have reached to the part 9. Let us solve this part 9. Here we have to solve part 9. Let us solve the part 9 here, whatever the space is remaining. Part 9 is having a shape. You can see this is where I need to find the length. This is one semicircle, this is second semicircle, and this is third semicircle. So what I will do, we need to find the perimeter of this shape. So first semicircle is this, and two semicircles are similar, so 2 multiply with the semicircle. What I will do, the first semicircle is having a diameter of 20 centimeter, which so radius will be 10 centimeter, and the semicircle which is smaller is having diameter as 10 centimeter, so radius will be 5 centimeter. So what I will do, the semicircle length is 2 pi r upon 2, 2 pi r upon 2, 2 and 2 get cancelled, plus 2 multiply with semicircle length is 2 pi r upon 2, 2 and 2 get cancelled, so it is pi r is 10, so it is 10 pi plus 2 multiply with pi, and r is 5 centimeter, so 5 to 10, 10 pi plus 10 pi, it is 20 pi centimeter. So 20 multiply with pi, that is 22 upon 7 centimeter. So 22 multiply with 20, that is 440, 440 divided by 7, it is 62.86 centimeter. So that is the perimeter of the given shape as in part 9. So this way we have completed all the different parts of question number 5, and overall we have just understood about how to find out the perimeter of different given shapes.